raining again, and these poor animals behind me have been spending far too much time out in the rain and the hot weather that I think I need to build a stable. So I've got the area mapped out. As you can see, each animal has got its own little pen, and I've collected all the resources. So now I just need to build it. Let's go. There's the stable. I've tried to keep the palette very similar to this area and the other buildings around. But I did go for more of a brick texture. Oh, look, I've got a brick missing. I'll have to replace that shortly. Yeah, so there's a different kind of feel to it. Even though the colour palette does match the surrounding buildings. So we've got some of the mud bricks in there to give it a pop. We've got the mossy stone bricks, and I've also put some of the pale garden moss carpet around to give it that almost dissolving into the ground look, which is quite nice. I don't mind that look. Around the front we've got the pale oak wood for all the wood trimmings and some lights. Inside we've got some nice bales of hay for the horses and the animals to be eating. I've tried to make it look like the inside of the stall is a little bit worn and well trodden. So I've flattened out some of the grass blocks inside the stall. And on the end here, we've got a little bit of a shelter for extra bales of hay, and everyone needs chests. So I can see before long this chest will end up having stuff in it, for example. And we've got some clay pots around to give it that lived-in feel, which always makes a build that little bit more realistic. The roof, I've gone for acacia logs with the bark texture, and we've also got some pale oak logs, and believe it or not, I reckon it's polished basalt in there as well, which has got that same horizontal texture that the other two woods have got. When I was playing around with different textures for the roof, I was trying to keep it all wood, but then I saw a block of the polished basalt, and yeah, it had that same texture look to it, so I've popped that in there as well. On the ends, I've put some of the ends just the raw pale oak log showing through, and some others are just an acacia block, so it doesn't have the wood grain, it's just got the bark. So just to give it a bit of a different look to it. So there's the stables, which I'm sure my three creatures are very happy to be sheltered, finally, especially my horsey. He's very happy to be in out of the weather in his diamond armour. So there you go. That's the stables. What I would like to show you now is a little bit of terraforming that I've been doing in the area way over past the campsite. I've decided to start working out that way because I want to keep the village balanced. So currently the town hall and the bank and the post office are all out this way, but the town isn't growing very much out that way. So I've been doing some terraforming. So come with me. So we've got the blacksmith and the stables with the road going down into the town centre. But over this way we've got the campsite with a couple of tents and the toilet block. But over this way it was all holy. So have a look at what I've done. I think this looks awesome. So I've filled in all the little holes and I've started to flatten the ground out a bit, and I decided to put a retaining wall in, which at the moment is all cobblestone, and I'm still deciding whether I want to put a different texture in amongst it all. I don't mind the cobblestone for a retaining wall, actually. It looks really strong, which is what you want in a wall that's holding back earth. And we've got another level here which I've put some hedging along and a couple of bits of hedging here. I don't know if I like these ones that are dotted along. I think it looks too organised, whereas this looks more natural. So we've got the walkway coming around and up these stairs to another level. Houses and other establishments can come along here. I really like this area. Given that it's this very yellow green grassed area, that makes it look all very different. So I was thinking this would be like a bit of cheap land, like over near the pillagers outpost, but with that retaining wall and the steps in amongst them and the hedging, this is looking very nice. So I don't know what to make of this area now, whether it's going to be cheap land or, I mean, this almost looks very posh. Like there would be a big, a big mansion up on top of that. I want to take this idea of the retaining wall and build some more over past the bank and the post office. If you remember, I've been terraforming out that way and it's starting to take shape, and there is a wall that needs to be retained. So there's the town hall and the bank and the post office. This area here is what I'm thinking of bringing that idea of the cobblestone retaining wall over and building it along here. I do like the idea of having these stairs going up to another landing. So I think I might do that now. So there you have it. That's the end of another episode. We're starting to have the land around the village take shape. And I think from here on in, it's going to be a bit easier working out where things go. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Tell your friends. I'm No Spring Chicken, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Ooh.